Are you a business owner looking to secure your financial future and create a lasting legacy? I'm Leah Garcia, a financial strategist and insurance professional, and I specialize in guiding businesses with up to 50 employees on how to effectively protect and transfer their wealth. We break down silos with my unique approach, the wall of wealth. Imagine a seamless collaboration among your CPA, tax attorney, estate planner, and insurance expert, each playing their part in perfect harmony, ensuring your financial strategy is not just effective, but a true masterpiece. My passion stems from my own journey, from growing up on food stamps to dreaming of building community centers that empower others. Together, we'll craft a roadmap that not only safeguards your assets, but also nurtures generational wealth for your loved ones. Let's transform your vision into reality. After all, you can't measure the heart of a champion just by looking at them. Join me, and let's make your financial future shine.
I am doing amazing. It is a Taco Tuesday. I love being here in the plaza because this is a real deal. You and I are so in alignment with that, where we talk about all the real things. There's no rainbows and puppy dogs here. We're going to take off the gloves, pull back the curtains, and talk about the real deal. So I love it. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Drop and Miss Christmas. Great to see you both here in the metaverse. Yeah, I love that question. The importance of the love letter. Listen, if we're going to work so hard to take care of our family while we're living, we're getting up early, we're working late, we're working overtime, we're creating businesses. Doesn't it make sense to protect our families when we're no longer here? So that's why I call life insurance that last love letter that you're going to leave for your loved ones. That really shows them the real deal, that you took the time not only to purchase life insurance, to invest in life insurance, but also to invest in it with your dollars and not just that lip service, right? Yeah. Great question. Yeah, a lot of times I work with people who are retirement ready. They're in their golden years. They've had an employer for, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and now they're ready to retire and they're looking at the cost of life insurance and they're looking at the cost of long-term care, and they don't realize, because they've always had it through their employer, that you have to qualify medically for life insurance. And so oftentimes I have to give the bad news. You're in your 60s or 70s, you've gained some weight, you've got diabetes, you've had a heart attack, and now unfortunately those rates are going to be either cost prohibitive or even worse, they don't even qualify. So some temporary insurance when you're young that is convertible, even if you have an employer, can be a great way to prepare in case you need life insurance when you are ready to retire, which, by the way, most people, I would say 95% of people, need life insurance in their golden years. So great question.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and yes, flowers die, chocolate disappears, and dinners get expensive. But life insurance? That's a real love letter that actually lasts. If you love your people, protect your dynasty. Join me Tuesday, February 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with David and Tara from the HELLO LLC inside the Hello Plaza Metaverse, the future of the internet in 3D. Join from your phone or catch us live on all social platforms. Let's talk love, legacy, and protecting your dynasty.
Yeah, if I could be, if I could be really candid here, I I truly believe it's because they're working with the wrong person. Listen, if the person you're working with is speaking all of this, know, busy language, if they're making you feel intimidated at you instead of with you, not in the conversation, if they're looking across you, with their snooty glasses and making you feel like you have no idea what's going on, that is probably the wrong person. You want to work with somebody who is a real deal that resonates with you. I want to talk to you like you were my family. Some of the conversations are difficult, they might be a little challenging, but if we don't look towards those conversations and have them, then our family is going to be going through the destruction and the dissolution when that happens, when things happen. As always, Mr. Mike Drop, you're always on point, asking those right between the eye questions. The price of waiting is really what Miss Christmas alluded to earlier. You will never be younger or healthier than you are today. The best time to get life insurance was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. You're as young as you're ever going to be. Your health more than likely will deteriorate from this day as we get older. It's just the way it works, right? 87% of people will experience a long-term care event in their lifetime. They may have a heart attack, cancer, get diabetes, have a fall. They may have a very devastating fall. One of my clients, hell, broke her shoulder and was in therapy in 6 months. So the price of waiting will determine it would be cost prohibitive or even unaffordable to get life insurance. Absolutely. This is where it gets really juicy. If you're an entrepreneur, high achieving entrepreneur, business owner, there are additional benefits that are kind of invisible unless you really understand. You could use it for your business succession planning, meaning that if you were to become incapacitated, you can't work, you get sick or hurt and can't work. There are living benefits that can be incorporated into that. Also to fund buy-sell agreements. Many partnership businesses have the legal language on how they exit the business, but they do not ever fund that buy-sell agreement. And that's what life insurance can do. Also, that you can have long-term care riders on there and to build that dynasty. Mr. Mike Drop hinted about this. A lot of times, if you have assets and it's time to pass away, or you pass away or become incapacitated, that's where all of the conversations and the disputes start. Life insurance makes it clean and easy. They can have a buy-sell agreement with the business. They can buy out one of the partners or one of the family members. So when it comes to high achieving entrepreneurs and business owners, this is where all the gold is in a life insurance, properly structured, customized plan for you. This is not a go online and just click it and you have it in 5 minutes. There's a lot of those kind of programs. This is a customized solution for you. So great question.
High achieving
Ooh,
entrepreneurs and
yay.
business owners, this is for you. There's a powerful wealth strategy most business owners were never told about. Because traditional retirement plans were designed for entrepreneurs, that's where the Solo 401k comes in. The Solo 401k was built specifically for self-employed business owners, and here's why it matters. As both the employee and the employer, you can often contribute significantly more than a traditional IRA. That means accelerating your wealth, not waiting decades to access it. You may also have the ability to borrow from your Solo 401k, accessing your own capital without banks, without begging, without delays. And unlike most retirement accounts, you're not limited to Wall Street. A Solo 401k can allow investments in real estate, precious metals, and even Bitcoin. This isn't about chasing a rate of return. It's about control, flexibility, and intentional strategy. If you're an entrepreneur who wants their money working as hard as they do, download my free Solo 401k guide and subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter. Learn more by visiting leahgarcia.io, because this is how you build wealth on purpose. Wealth today, Dynasty tomorrow.
Yeah, and shout out to Mr. Mike Drop and Miss Christmas for making these amazing motion work videos. I just love them. A solo 401k is a part of the tax code, which allows for you to set up your own retirement plan outside of work, outside of a group plan. It is one individual with no employees. You can have your spouse, but just you and your spouse, and you can open up your own individual retirement plan. Hence the term solo 401k. Okay, so two-part question. Who is eligible? This is the definition from the IRS. Anyone who owns a business, who does not have employees, or, here's the key language, intends to have a business who does not have employees. That's so good. I'm going to say it again. So if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, or you intend to be an entrepreneur, business owner, you can open up a solo 401k. And why is it a good idea? Because you have a couple of reasons is you can contribute as an employee as well as the employer. And what that means is instead of being limited to the contributions of a traditional 401k, you can contribute up to almost $80,000 contributing as the employer and as that valued employee. That's incredible. It also has some extra benefits in that, but we'll talk about that in a second. So does that make sense, Miss Christmas? Yeah, it's about, and the rules change all the time. But currently it's about 78,000 or so. It really depends on how much income you're making. But remember, and no matter what your income is, you have the ability to contribute as the employee as well as the employer. And a lot of times people love their 401k through their job until they want to use that money. And this is what I mean by that. That money is determined by the rules of the game from the IRS and your employer. It's kind of in money jail. You don't get control over that money. If you want to borrow for a home or some certain situations, you could borrow against that 401k. A solo 401k allows you to borrow the money with a lot more flexibility. Yeah, that's a great question. I kind of want to sprinkle in a highlight of what you alluded to. Money checkers is focusing on growth. They're focusing on Wall Street, those rate of return. But money chess, right? The money chess is going to focus on control. We're going to focus on how we can invest our money. And if you have a solo 401k, you can use it to invest in real estate. And by the way, some people use a traditional IRA. You can get tripped up by doing that. You got to be really careful and understand how that works. You can also use a solo 401k to invest in precious metals. And by the way, we've been talking about it, this metaverse, this fintech, and all that, you could actually use your solo 401k to invest in Bitcoin. I said it. Yes, I did. I know you might think, Leah, I've never heard you talk about Bitcoin. What are you talking about? You're changing the rules of the game. No, I'm not. Money is fluid. It's currency. Things evolve and change. This is why I'm apprehensive. People always ask me to write a book, but I'm like, you know what? Things are changing all the time. As soon as I write a book and publish it, it's going to be extinct as a dinosaur, by the time it gets into circulation. So hopefully that makes it a little bit more clear. Yeah, I would say this. Take the time to really review your life insurance. Look at your beneficiaries. Make sure that they're up to date because that's something I see that's getting overlooked. Make sure you have what you think you do. 90% of people don't have exactly what type of life insurance that they think, that they believe that they have. And also, I would say this. Remember, Wall Street, the regular person, the average person wants to focus us to focus on the rate of return. They talk about the ROI, but when we're high achieving entrepreneurs and business owners, we have to start asking more questions. What are the rules of the game? What are the rules of that 401k? And how is it going to benefit me, not just now, but in the future when I'm ready to sell that business, when I'm ready to monetize my company, when I'm ready to franchise? Are there some things that I can leverage within the rules of the game and play that money chess? Mhm.
Today was a great conversation. Today was a great conversation about more than a love letter, protecting your dynasty with life insurance and the power of life insurance and your solo 401k and being able to marry those, not together, but being able to understand your options so that way you can move forward strategically. So don't forget Valentine's Day this weekend, guys and ladies. Love yourself, love your financial game plan, and be able to move forward. And with that stated, Mr. Jones, would you like to say anything in our closing remarks?
No, everybody, we want to thank you all for joining us today at the amazing Hello Plaza Metaverse. Definitely make sure you go get Leah Garcia's amazing 5 financial nuggets and go check out that amazing interactive wall of wealth, and definitely be on the lookout for more information on the solo 401k from Leah Garcia. Definitely follow her on all social media platforms, from her YouTube, from her LinkedIn, from her Facebook, and her brand new TikTok page as well.
I love it. And so we will leave you guys with this video. And until next time, we will love,
Kindness,
and integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment,
and
consistency.
until next time.
Toodles!
Little.
High achieving entrepreneurs and business owners, this is for you. There's a powerful wealth strategy most business owners were never told about. Because traditional retirement plans were designed for entrepreneurs, that's where the solo 401k comes in. The solo 401k was built specifically for self-employed business owners, and here's why it matters. As both the employee and the employer, you can often contribute significantly more than a traditional IRA. That means accelerating your wealth, not waiting decades to access it. You may also have the ability to borrow from your solo 401k, accessing your own capital without banks, without begging, without delays. And unlike most retirement accounts, you're not limited to Wall Street. A solo 401k can allow investments in real estate, precious metals, and even Bitcoin. This isn't about chasing a rate of return. It's about control, flexibility, and intentional strategy. If you're an entrepreneur who wants their money working as hard as they do, download my free Solo 401k guide and subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter. Learn more by visiting leahgarcia.io, because this is how you build wealth on purpose. Wealth today, Dynasty tomorrow.